up, everybody? Welcome to this week's episode of the B3 Podcast. I'm your host, Brett. I got Matt GPT and Tanner the Head. We have our show partners, Elite Nutrition. Check them out at EliteNutritionOmaha.com. Use code B3 at checkout for 10% off. Go to the store in Omaha or Lincoln, yell B3.
Get a free shaker.
We also have Rosewood Block, the neatest cutting boards in barbecue. Get them ordered for Christmas. Use B3 at checkout for 10% off there.
Isn't it about this time when they start filling up for orders, or is it?
I think so. I haven't seen it on their Instagram yet, but
It's going to be close.
yeah, they make cool stuff. All kinds of different shapes, sizes.
I haven't checked them out in a little bit. Are they making new stuff, like new kind of patterns?
They've been doing all kinds of different shapes of things, and
Okay.
I think they even had like some cigar ashtrays they were making for a while there.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah,
I've given the prep boards as gifts to some folks.
yeah.
Like
I
three
use
prep boards.
I use the prep board, and then I just wash it and use it again as the cutting board.
Yeah, but the prep board sits on top of the cutting board.
Yeah, and then if I wash that off, and then just
I mean, they're badass, but they're fucking big. Like to find a place to fucking store that thing.
Well, they'd be like,
I have
oh,
them on my wall. I just put like two brackets. Yeah.
Okay.
Just so it just sits so they're not. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a better idea.
I mean, they're great boards, but I don't have like, oh, I went ahead and use this prep board. I'm going to put that in the sink, and then I'll use this. Well, then like the whole sink is taken up.
Yeah.
You'll definitely want to put those screws and studs and
Yes.
not like.
Just tap a couple nails in, hang it.
Yeah, these are
Yeah.
not lightweight fellas.
No.
No.
Yeah, and I have like the maxed out one at my house, and it is real heavy.
Nicole gets super pissed at me because I hate those little like plastic things that you tap in.
The wall anchors?
I
Yeah.
won't use them.
I like the curly key ones you screw in, and then you.
They're all
Yeah, yeah.
garbage. They create giant holes. Like when you try and remove them, just find a stud. She's like, I want it here. I said, well, we'll see if there's a stud.
Every time you have the stud finder, you just put it on yourself and go beep beep beep.
Well,
beep,
you
beep,
have
beep.
to.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, but what if you're trying to center something on the wall and there's not a stud there?
I don't center anything on the wall.
That makes sense. That
Because
actually comes together
He
with
is
your
a stud
life.
finder.
When you try and center things, it can look fucked up. If you put things just randomly, it always looks good.
So it's just
Go
one
for the-
random picture right next to the door frame.
Or 16 inches from it, yeah. On center.
We also have D&D Beef. Check them out at dndbeef.com. You can use code B3 at checkout for 10% off there also. And then we have Omaha Barbell, the real Midwest mecca of fun and excitement and strength.
Do you know how many people don't know that studs are 16 inches?
Well, they're supposed to be. I've been
I
in
know.
places where they're not.
But it depends.
And it's really annoying when they're not.
Because like you start from your corner and you go out, it should be 16. But then once you hit like interior walls, those are not always. They're
They
supposed
should
to be 16, but it depends where they started from,
Yeah.
right? So like you could be on your exterior wall. Technically, I think coming from your exterior wall and interior wall.
But when you
coming in,
find one,
They
when you
should be
find one, there should
16.
be 16 to the
yes,
next one.
to the next one.
I don't measure. I just use a.
Do you use a nail and you look?
No, I use stud finder.
Nope. I'm like, all right, all right,
no,
cool.
no.
Dude, the guy has done a bunch of work at the house. He just comes by and he's got the old finger knock. He's like,
I know.
all right, cool, right here.
Like I feel like I can do that, but I'm wrong a lot. So.
All the time.
I don't feel like the stud finders always work that great though either.
So I have a pretty decent one that has like both edges of it.
Yeah, I think
So-
you have to spend good money on a stud finder. I think
Yeah.
a cheap one's a real fuck job.
Well, it can pick up all kinds of things.
Yes.
So
I have one that's the stud finder, but then it also has, you can just put like a little pin nail in, and then it's got like a laser level to shoot across the wall.
yeah,
That's pretty handy.
Fancy.
Also, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I got a well now, which is fucking exciting.
That's pretty swell.
So were you on city water?
No, we had a well, but that was failing. It was running out of water, and it wasn't. So the water level was really low, and the well itself was just getting kind of junky because it had been built in probably when the house was built in 64, 65. So we've been since, when did this start? May maybe. We started kind of running out of water.
You're like water rationing.
Yeah, for real. Like I would,
Showering at the gym.
Yep, I had to shower at the gym a few times because like we just ran out of water and stuff.
Oh, that's terrible.
So it was we do like I could run the dishwasher like at night and then it would probably fill up by morning. But then Aaron and I would talk so like we couldn't shower like back to back, otherwise we'd probably run out of water.
You could shower together.
Shower together, but I feel like
Yeah.
that takes three times as long.
But the problem is that they have their water set on like scalding, like melt your skin off. I don't know what the hell women do to like,
It's always super fucking hot.
dude,
Always.
I do not understand. It's like I could boil fucking pasta with your water.
I'm al dente here, baby.
Yeah. It's a problem.
Yeah.
And then by the time you're done, you're like Spider-Man fingers by the time you're done.
Right. Yeah, and I mean being larger humans, like most showers, at least in our house, like they're not built for.
If it's like one of the
2.5
straight showers,
people.
like it's not like a square shower, like a built-in one. Yeah, there's not a lot of room if it's like a tub style shower.
Oh yeah, no. And then you try to like switch positions, and either your butt or your dick rub up against the ice cold wall.
Yeah.
No good. But we don't have to do that anymore now. So we got a well. We have a 1,800 gallon cistern put in. Got some new well heads put in as well. So we have water.
That sounds like it
everywhere.
went really well.
It did go really well.
You're a dork.
You're just mad 'cause you're fucking late to the party on.
Those guys worked. So they showed up Wednesday and started. Got a good chunk of it done. Thursday they did a shitload out in our meadow, like running pipeline and stuff, but they didn't put in the cistern. And then yesterday they had to put in the cistern, hook it up to the house, run all the shit, and then we kept our old well and just took, because we got new equipment for the new well, and then we took our old equipment and put it out in the shop so that we still technically have that well out there for like the chickens.
Oh.
So we
You won't use it that much.
No, we won't use it.
And it'll fill up some.
Yeah, and it'll fill up some. So like if we use it to just like water down the chickens or wash down shit out there, like we'll have enough water for that. And that's all we'll use it for.
Oh, that's smart.
So now, are you having your rainwater drain into the cistern too?
No, the cistern's actually in our meadow. Like our well is out in the meadow, kind of like where we stand up on that corner by the road in the driveway that I would shoot from. The well and the cistern are now up there.
Because my grandma's house back in the day, her rain all just drained into a cistern.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, if it was closer to the house, we probably could,
Yeah.
but there'd be nothing to collect it from. Yeah, so pretty fucking jazzed about that.
Sounds like you need an outbuilding out there. A shop.
We have a full size, like 2-car garage around back that we use as a shop. It only has like 8-foot ceilings, which kind of sucks. But yeah, I would like to make that one taller. It's
Put
probably
a new Morton building in.
Those are like $90,000.
They're big.
Where you can get, like, I have a client who put a big one up.
Yeah.
And it was like, I think we got like
Yeah,
90.
I mean,
to it.
$90,000 for that big a building is way less than.
But he has his lofted also, so he could put like living space in it if
Yeah,
he wanted to.
you just can't do that when you get inspected.
Yeah, and then he also poured concrete like from his front all the way to the back.
Yeah,
like to get to it.
I mean, with the 2-car around back, I think it's 24 by 36 and has power. It has its own dedicated breaker from the main breaker in the house that runs out there. And that's actually where our 220 is wired up that I use
For the generators.
for the generator. Not totally in code, but it works. And so we have that. And so now we have the chicken pump, or the chicken well is out there with the equipment. And we also added in, I asked them to put in a spigot and an extra T in case I want to put like a slop sink out there. So we'll
Now,
have some-
did you have run water to the greenhouse too?
Yep. So all the way down that fence line by the road, we have a well. We have a hydrant by the gate, and then a hydrant all the way down by the greenhouse.
Hydrants are handy. I've drank a lot of water out of hydrants in my day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so we should have.
It's weird how they never freeze. I don't understand that.
It's the way that so when you pull up on the handle, there's a rod that goes all the way down to the bottom where it connects. That's below the frost line, and it has a little rubber gasket in there. So when you pull up on the handle, it opens, lets water come up, and then when you push it down, it plugs the water from coming in, and then there's a seep valve right above it, so the water will drain out of the standpipe and back into the ground, so that the pipe itself is considered a dry pipe. There's no water in it when the handle's closed. If you have a hose hooked up to it and the end of the hose is closed, then it won't drain because it can't pull a suction against the closed end.
We used to have one that had like and then my dad put like an angle on it, so it would shoot straight out a little bit. And man, our fucking German Shepherds, you turn that thing on, and it's like full pressure, and they're just mouth wide
yeah.
open, just like biting the water, but getting drinks at the same time.
Yeah.
But it's like growing like, we talk about like drinking out of hoses when we were kids.
Yeah.
My parents on one of the hydrants just always for the longest time had a plastic cup. My dad had a piece of baling wire and it was hanging there. He'd just like rinse it out and then he could use that to take a drink, and then you just hang it back on the fucking baling wire and just leave it out there. Like, You never took it in?
No.
You just gave it a good rinse in and then you drank out of it?
Right, like you'd be using the hose, and the hose has been like laying on the ground, covered in mud, and you're just like, "Oh, I'm thirsty."
Yeah, you just let it run for a second. And the water's real clean coming out of it, so it's fine. Yeah, he actually just had a cup sitting out there.
Yeah,
That's funny.
so I am super jazzed to have water now. That's makes us feel modern again.
Yeah, I bet.
You're damn near off the grid out there.
I know. I like it now because it's roughly 100-foot well. Water's at 40 feet, pumps at 65 feet, and it runs off our same 30 amp breaker that we had before, which means that our generator will power it along with everything else in the house. So I'm like, yes.
I got a tonneau cover for my truck. That's all I got.
That's pretty badass.
Yeah, it was nice. It took this old guy like 20 minutes to put it on by himself. It's pretty impressive. He's got his own spot. He says he's been there for like 30 some years.
Just slapping on tonneau covers.
Yeah, just doing. He does all kind of like running boards and all that shit. He just pulled around by himself. Like he's like, I'll probably be 20, 30 minutes.
Does he come out on like one of those little scooter stools?
Nope. Came rolling out. Super nice guy. He's like, all right, got it
And
done.
you're like, damn, I could have done that.
I've heard on the tonneau covers, if you want someone that knows what they're doing to put those on,
Oh, I'm sure.
because there's some real.
Which one did you go with?
It is the Truxedo.
Oh,
And
those
it's
are
like
good.
a hard one, but it doesn't have. It's not vinyl. It's canvas. So it like, yeah, it's like a canvas material that has like, it's hard. You can't like walk on it, but it has the aluminum bars that stack
Yep.
up next to each other,
Oh, okay.
and then it sits fairly flush. It's up just a little bit.
I had one of those in my old truck, and I was like in like a freaking like bad storm tornado driving, and that thing, it held everything. Like there's no water.
Does
no
it
water.
roll up?
Yep, it rolls up.
Like,
Yep.
okay.
That
I don't-
freaking
I had the-
Velcro on that thing is freaking solid.
I had one of the backflips on my Raptor, and I didn't like because you got to lay it up against the window.
Yeah, I know.
And then it squeaks all the time when you're driving. It like rubs on the window seal.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, they're not. They don't give them away. But from what I hear, it's worth the money.
Oh,
If you have a
they're
buying a
great.
cheap, shitty tonneau cover, if the wind ever catches it, you're basically fucked and have to start over anyway.
Yeah. Did you put the little divider thing at the end of your bed so you have like a trunk? That's
No.
kind of nice. I had one that like you just like screwed to tighten it up the size of the bed, and it was like kind of rounded, so you could just like put your stuff in without it.
Oh yeah, everything doesn't slide to the front.
Yeah.
Isn't that the thing you can flip around and then it makes it so like you can have things
Some have
out to your
it,
tailgate?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, those are pretty handy.
No, because what's nice is my truck has that new like the GM tailgate where you can like fold it down and then fold it down again.
Yeah.
And when those first came out, I was like, God, what a fucking gimmick. And then
Right.
as the more I've used it, I was like, this is fucking so awesome. Because you can have the tailgate down and then you can drop the middle out and then you can reach further into the bed. You get like another foot and a half to go into the bed.
How often do you use the stair?
I don't use the stair. Well, you know what I used it for? I went to the driving range. You can sit up, put your golf shoes on. You can put your foot on it to tie your shoes. But it has all the GMs have the step in the bumper too,
Oh.
which is nice. But no, I was like, God. And then I was like at the golf course. I was like, oh man, I could put my fucking shoe on right here.
I don't have to bend over all the way.
Yeah, you can sit on it. I guess they're made so you can wire speakers into them if you're like a fucking, you like take it out and do partying with it or whatever. I was like, oh, maybe this isn't as gimmicky as I thought.
The GM trucks are nice.
I like the looks of them a lot. The fronts, we were talking about that.
Yeah, the front of the GMs and the Chevys look the best out of all of them. And apparently the Tundra's trying to copy it a little bit. The Tundra still has the coolest thing with the back window that rolls all the way down.
That's pretty legit.
It is. It's like a
Don't they
girl
have
thing.
Except
their
they put-
SUV, the 4Runner, does that too? I think it's a 4Runner.
It's a Toyota thing.
Yeah.
But they also put turd on everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Couldn't you, when they came up with Toyota Racing Development or whatever, and they're like, oh,
Oh, the old TRD.
turd, we should do that. And I'm like, maybe you should not do that. Maybe like Toyota Racing Team.
Turt.
Tart.
TRT.
Turd.
Maybe they should have done something that said Trend.
There.
That'd
Yeah.
been cooler.
Yeah.
Toyota Racing Nation. Trend.
I saw this video. I don't remember if you sent it to me. Have you seen the video where the kid is deadlifting and he's got like 585? And the kid some guy comes over, he's like, what is that, like 540? And he's like, no, it's 585.
Yeah.
He's like, you count the bar? He's like, do you count the head of your dick when you measure it? He goes, sometimes I count the balls and everything. He goes, well, I guess I count the bar. Did I pick it up? Yes.
I don't know if, yeah.
I've seen it a
that
couple
one.
of times. Yeah. We were watching the Nebraska volleyball game last night, which they're fucking just unstoppable right now. Knock on wood. And they were playing Washington, I believe. Yeah. I remember who I saw, but it's just funny. Someone had like a jump stretch band. One of the players are just kind of hanging around their neck, and I'm like, it's so funny, like where you see what Louis Simmons did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I look at that. Like, don't get me wrong. Like Dick Hartzell started jump stretch, but I mean Louis obviously accelerated the use of bands.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy to see that guy's legacy into that sport where that girl probably has no idea
Zero.
who Louis Simmons is. But I'm like, she just has a jump stretch band, just like, you know what I mean? She was probably using it to warm up or something.
Well, it's crazy when you see people at the gym or talking about it, and you're like, hey, West Side Louis, and they're like, huh? I'm just like,
Yeah, now they think you just went to West Side High School in Omaha.
yeah.
They're like, oh, did you live for West Side High School?
I'm like, why don't you just do yourself a favor and watch West Side versus World, and then you'll get appreciation.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy just how his legacy is still goes on, even though people don't know.
Yeah.
But he's still out there. What's crazy is right before that we watched there's a new Ozzy Osbourne documentary on Paramount. And I don't know why they were recording him, but they were recording him for like the last like 4 years. Basically just like his life and how his body was falling apart and all the different shit he went through. And it's really sad actually. Like, cause I don't know if you guys know the story where he like got up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, came back to bed, and it was like pitch black, and he like basically like missed the bed and like landed on his back and neck and like broke his neck. And this is like the first doctor like completely fucked him up. They said before surgery, he was like dancing around, like they didn't think he needed surgery. And then after surgery, he was in like terrible condition and just got worse from there.
So this isn't like a knock on,
But it is.
it will be. It's like when you say, I'm not gonna, not to offend you.
Yeah,
like,
don't
I'm
get
ready to
mad.
offend you.
Yeah, you can't. Don't get mad.
What's it? What did you say? With respectfully?
Yeah, respectfully.
Respectfully, I think you're a piece of shit.
I have never in my life met someone who got a neck and back surgery and was happy that they got it.
I think it depends. I think if you have that minor, well, if you want to call it minor, where they go through the front of your neck, I think that's like a pretty regular one they do. Like if you have in a cervical spot, you know what I mean? I know a couple people have had that done, and they seem pretty happy with it. But that's like
when people start fusing things, I think.
Yeah, I think that's why I said that one, even though anytime you're moving your trach out of the way to do a surgery, I think that those are a lot more success rate on those.
I mean, probably. I'm just saying, like, when I talk to people, they're like, I wish I wouldn't have.
No, but that doctor got all gung ho and like really fucked it up bad. Like it was the same thing with like Ronnie Coleman where they put those screws in there and it was like touching his spine. Ozzy's a little bit different than that, but they put all these plates in there he didn't need. And it basically just ended his touring career.
Yeah.
And that's like what he loved to do.
I also wonder when it comes to some of that stuff, what, like if how close people follow the rehab protocol, especially when it comes to like your back and neck and stuff, because that's got to be terrible, right? Like,
well, yeah.
So I was talking with someone, and I don't know, so don't quote me on this.
Well, I will.
But they said that
Respectfully.
like they said that like they got a hip replacement and there was no PT prescribed like on a hip. Like for knees and stuff, but for a
hip, you just start moving. Like,
when Ed got his done, he was squatting like 2 days later, like body weight squats.
Yeah, but so I don't know.
It depends if they do the
So on the
anterior.
back, is there like a PT thing that's prescribed?
I'm sure it depends on whatever was done.
I don't know. My dad had back surgery. It's fucking worst thing he did.
Yeah, like Aaron helped some of the spine docs do some stuff. The one she talked about that she was just terrified to do is they do something where they're taking out a bunch of like, they essentially have to take part of the spine, like the bone structure out to make room. And so she has what looks like just nips. And the doc's like, yeah, just go in there and chunk that stuff out. And Aaron's like, what? And he's like, yeah, just chunk that stuff out.
No, thank you.
And Aaron's like, but there's a spine in there. And he's like, yeah, you won't hurt it. And so she did it and stuff like that. And that guy was great. He came back fine because like what has happened to him is he was having too much arthritis and like bone spurs. So his spine couldn't move, and they just go in and like they take that stuff out, and then the spine can move around a little bit more.
I mean, that probably makes sense. It's like when you get into disc stuff and like fusions.
It's like I think the fusion, like when you're starting to take something that's supposed to move, and you're saying, guess what, you don't get to move anymore. Like there's a type of a knee replacement that they do where so there's a bunch of different hardware, but there's one of them that doesn't let the knee twist. So like right now you can bend your knee and you can also kind of like twist it and bend it at the same time because the knee has a little flexion to it. but there are some components that make your knee like unilateral.
Yeah.
Where it's just all it does is bend.
So it's single plane.
Yeah, it won't. You can't like bend and twist at the same time, and stuff. So like walking, like if you're trying to walk and turn, is really weird. So I'm sure that they have some stuff like that, but it's just anytime you're taking something that's supposed to move and you're saying, guess what, this isn't gonna move anymore. Like,
yeah, I think, or like you said, like the discectomies, those are pretty successful also, where they go in and kind of cauterize them and clean them up where they have a bulge. But anyway, they fucked his whole deal up. And it's like you watch this whole documentary and they're with him for like 4 years. And it's like just like ups and downs. Like, but then they showed him he did the Commonwealth Games. He didn't want to do it because he was messed up. And then they called again like a week or two before the Commonwealth Games in England. And we're talking to Sharon, like every band that we reach out to, they want to know if Ozzy and Black Sabbath are going to be there. And then so Ozzy's like, fuck it, we'll do it. So they show him like get off the bus and he's just like very like hunched over and whatever. And they get him up there and they do, I think they only did Paranoid. They did one song. And then after he did it and they were showing, and Amber's seen it with like her stepdad. He had a stroke and they do like that music rehab or what do they call that? Where they use music when they have a stroke because it takes them to places where they can remember things and shit like that. And just how it kind of makes them feel alive kind of. But they showed Ozzy afterwards and he was just like, because he was walking with a cane and stuff to get there. After the show, he's just like walking like normal. He just walks, gets on the bus, like all fucking excited. Just the adrenaline and all that. Like, it was crazy to watch. But it's sad they go through this whole thing and then they decide they're going to do that last show they did in Birmingham with Black Sabbath, Back to the Beginning tour. They go all the way up to it. They show Ozzy's like throne, like rising up out of the stage or whatever. And he said, are you ready for the madness? And then it fucking stops and goes to his funeral procession. And that's how it ends. I was like, what the fuck? That's so sad. Like they didn't even show his performance. They just like, are you ready for the madness? And then it goes to like his funeral procession and that's the end of it. But that guy,
dusty.
That guy had a
Did
massive...
your allergies kick in?
No. It is really sad though. Like, I mean, just to see a guy who that's all he wanted to do is go out and tour with his fans and see everybody. It wasn't even about the money for him anymore. You know what I mean? He wanted to do that last show and they donated all that money. I think from what I'd read, none of the bands could charge. Like they didn't have to, like, I don't think they paid any of the bands to play. And then all the admission went to they donated something. No, like, but they sold out that massive stadium. I mean, like talk about a crazy legacy.
Yeah.
Like that. Like some people just have that forever. I mean, like that girl with the band, she has no idea that's Louis Simmons.
Right.
But also Amber had a client who said she's never heard an Ozzy song and Amber's like, you're lying.
Yeah.
She's like, you've never been to a sporting event? She's like, yeah. She's like, then you've heard Crazy Train. But,
True.
Yeah, that was a sad deal though.
What was the last movie you guys teared up at, or last show that you watched that you got teary-eyed? I know you don't cry, so...
No, well, it's stupid. But, like, I like male, like, Hallmark movies.
Marley and Me?
No.
Dude, Marley and Me is fucking sad, okay?
Actually, Hachi, I haven't watched that for a long time.
What is Hachi?
Oh, my God, it's fucking terrible.
Is that about a hibachi restaurant?
It's about a fucking dog, and dogs will get guys. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Dogs are better than people. Like,
But the like male Hallmark, like I like the underdog sporting thing, and then like you have your montage.
Air
like
Bud. He was crying to Air Bud.
Yeah.
The Giants.
Your training montage. That movie Greater I posted about.
I don't know.
So it's like based on a true story. Kid who was like, he was a football player. And he was like at some school in Arkansas, and he wanted to play for the Arkansas Razorbacks. And like his mom had to he got a full scholarship to like Arkansas A&M, but he's like, I'm going to walk on at Arkansas. Well, his mom had to get a second mortgage on her house for 1 year. So he walks on and he's like not going to make it. But then it goes through, and it's a true story. And he goes through and he ends up getting a scholarship. And there's just sometimes in there I'm like, you know?
Yeah.
And it's not even like, it's just, you know, one of those like underdog. But the kid, he ends up becoming like All-American. Do you remember, were you guys college football fans? So when Houston Nutt took over for Arkansas, they had this crazy season. They started like 9-0. They were playing like Tennessee when they had I think T. Martin, and they were like gonna win the game. And then like they're up on all they have to do is basically run the ball out, and the quarterback fumbles and they lose. That was his like senior season, and then he gets drafted by the Colts like second or third round. He's about ready to sign a contract. He's driving home and he gets hit by a semi and dies. Like, and it's
Well, that's
like,
really not how I thought that story was going to go.
No.
yeah.
Yeah, didn't
So,
see that coming.
like-
I thought he got rich and took care of his mom.
But that's what he wanted to do. But,
Yeah.
but it's Brian Burlsworth, but they have the Burlsworth Award for the walk on. They have a Heisman looking trophy, like Burlsworth Award for the walk on in the NFL and in college football. Like his legacy lives on, and a lot of people don't even know.
So did you cry at Rudy?
No.
Rudy's sad at the end. When his dad's
No.
all excited. That's my boy.
But fucking Hachi, they got fucking my allergies kicked in. Like that's
Yeah.
I mean, there were sad parts in that Ozzy documentary.
yeah.
I mean, like he talks about Mom, I'm coming home. He's like talking to Sharon. He's like, I always think about you when I sing that song.
Yeah.
And then obviously fucking croaks.
Yeah, I want to know if anyone can watch a movie Hachi and not tear up.
Or Marley and Me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know the last show. Sometimes the show just gets you and you don't know why though.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It's usually when you need a pop estrogen blocker.
That's your go-to. Now it's a fucking sales pitch for Tanner.
Oh, estrogen's a little high up. I had an emotion.
Get rid of that shit.
Uh,
What was yours, Matt?
The series, TV, or the Netflix series Adolescence. Did you guys see that? Mm-mm. So it's pretty good. I think it's only 4 episodes, maybe, and it's about a British one. So it's kind of, you got to watch it with subtitles because those fucking Brits.
We watched the Ozzy one with subtitles because Ozzy.
Yeah, I mean it's English, but it's not English.
No.
So it picks up with this teenage kid's been arrested for the suspected murder of one of his classmates.
Oh, I think my wife.
It made a ton of splash because they use the term like incel and the manosphere and all this stuff. So people were getting all pissed about it, and everyone's like, it's a fucking TV series. It's not based on real events. Like these people are all fake. But it's 4-part. I think it's only 4 parts, but each episode focuses on like a different aspect. Like the first one is about the kid getting arrested and him getting processed and all this stuff. And then the second part is about the detectives like doing all the research and trying to dig into like what all stuff's going on. And then the third episode was really good with it's just the kid and this therapist, but pretty much the entire episode. And that was really good. But it's the last episode that gets you because, well, you guys want some spoilers? There's spoilers
I'm
coming.
probably not going to watch it. So
I might watch it.
Okay. Well, I mean, you're 99% sure what's going to happen anyway from the very beginning. But it shows the family who's like suffering the consequences of the kid being arrested and tried for this. Like someone sprays some essentially like slang for like child murderer on the dad's work van and stuff. And like it's the process of the dad like trying to hold it together for his family, and like he knows his kid killed him, but he's still like holding on to that little tiny sliver of this. And then the kid calls his dad on the dad's birthday to wish him happy birthday. And he's also like, oh, hey, by the way, like I'm going to change my plea to guilty. And then it's this like unraveling of the father who like from the way I'm looking at it is like, you're the father of the family. Like your job is to protect the family, protect the kid, and like protect your child. And so he's dealing with this like failure to protect his kid and stuff. And like, he feels like he's let down his whole family. And so it's super intense. And like that struck a chord with me big time. Like I had to pause it a little bit because my allergies were so bad. Yeah. And then I went back and finished it, but it was a really good series, but that one got me hard. Did not expect that.
Do you ever get embarrassed when you're watching a show and like cover your head because you just can't watch it anymore?
There's
like you're embarrassed for them.
Yes. Like shows that are like Borat and stuff, like that kind of shows, like they're so
like,
awkward and stuff that I'm like,
like sometimes my wife will have like some like reality show on, and I'm just like, oh my god,
yeah,
like I just like
I can't, yeah,
like, I can't watch it. Like I've been.
I just find complete entertainment. Like,
oh my god, no, I
Amber
can't.
watch like Real Housewives of Salt Lake, and I'm like, not one of these bitches really likes each other.
Yeah,
not
like,
one of them. They just all fucking.
I can't. Aaron was watching the series Botched. Same thing. Like I can't.
Oh, we used to watch Botched back in the day.
I just can't.
I just like watching other people's life be a fucking train wreck.
Yeah.
I feel embarrassed for people who are train wreck. Like,
Also, I mean, you know who invented reality? Who was the first reality TV? It was the Osbournes.
Is that the first one?
That was the first that just followed a family around like that.
Crazy. The Brady Bunch.
How about the Brady Bunch movie where he ends up banging his sister, but they're not related?
Which I think is fine.
Yeah, they're not blood. I say that to my buddy all the time. Him and his sister were adopted.
Want to get after it? Like, why not? You already live in the same house.
Dude, him and his sister were adopted from 2 different families, like at babies though. And I was like, dude, you and your sister could totally fuck.
Yeah.
Up. And he's like, dude, that's gross. I go, you're not related, man.
Not even close. Yeah.
You're a weird motherfucker.
But his sister was not attractive anyway. So.
Yeah. Then
That was.
Yeah, then I wouldn't do
Fuck.
it.
Oh, Tanner, don't act like if you had like a hot adopted sister, you wouldn't have been like,
No. Weird.
get out of here. You're not related.
It's still
Like,
weird.
say your parents start, like your mom starts dating this other dude. He's got a daughter, and like you meet her, and you're like, oh shit, Angie's hot.
Okay, what if like you're like, yeah, what if they would have got together?
I think your guys is. I don't want to see your algorithms.
Let's say you.
Let's say your search is all stepmom.
Stepsister porn?
Let's say your
stepmom.
mom. Let's say your mom would get remarried, and you were 14, and the dude she's dating has a daughter that's 14, and they end up like getting married, and then they move into your house.
No.
Liar.
Weird.
Liar.
Weird.
Matt.
I would.
See, liar.
Big.
She's 14. You don't even fucking know her. It's basically like you're dating a
And
girl.
I'm 14 too, right? I'm
Yeah,
not
I said
42.
Yeah, you're not 42. Yeah.
Okay.
You both moved in. You just met each other at 14.
Weird.
Right? Pop an estrogen.
Okay, here. How
Get
about
after
this?
it.
How about this? Okay. Let's change it then.
You're gonna need an upper test.
How about this? How about you're dating a girl, and your mom's divorced and her dad's divorced? Well, between you guys dating, your parents meet each other and they start dating. And is it weird?
So, what? Like, was that the like storyline for something you were watching?
No, I'm just asking you.
I mean, that's half a Pornhub.
But that's what I'm asking you. So would
I
that
don't
be,
know.
Would that be different if then
That
they
would-
moved
that
in
would-
and then
that
your
would-
girlfriend lived with
That
you?
would probably be different. Yeah.
I don't understand how it's different.
You knew her before. I don't know. It would probably still be weird though. It's still weird.
Out of all
think
the
it'd
things
be
that you do,
cool.
that's weird. That's really.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Everyone's got to have a line somewhere. I know where yours isn't.
My parents stayed together, so I didn't have to worry about it.
Mine did too.
I mean, my oldest sister might have been adopted because she's fucking weird. So, but I haven't talked to her for years, so that's fine.
Not claiming that one.
Yeah, I haven't talked to her in years.
That's fine. I think that's normal. Maybe not normal, but I think it's fine.
I'm sure it happens all the time.
I hope so. I mean, why not?
I mean, it happened on the Brady Bunch.
Not on the original.
I meant behind the scenes. There was a lot of things going on.
Well, that was a TV show, so they were all actors.
Yeah, but they basically grew up together. Wasn't it Saved by the Bell was like that too? They were all dating each other.
Probably.
I think Friends was kind of like that too.
I have no idea.
I think they all kind of dated each other too. What are you asking your lady friend over there?
If anyone on the original Brady Bunch hooked up,
It's probably Alice and the dad banging the help.
it's thinking longer for a better answer.
You know what was a really funny show that I really didn't. I don't think I appreciated until I was older. Is Golden Girls.
I love Golden Girls. Always have loved
great.
them.
Yeah, hilarious.
Dude, it's so good.
Yeah,
I mean, dude, Betty White. Talk about somebody who had like 3 different like career restarts, basically.
yeah.
Because then she was back in the day, she was on like with the Carol Burnett show and like a couple other shows that were basically black and white. Then she was on Golden Girls, and then she was on like Hot in Cleveland, and she was in that movie The Proposal.
Yeah.
So talk about somebody that fucking like 3 different basically careers. What'd you find?
Apparently, everyone's just banging everyone, according to ChatGPT. I don't remember who all the characters were on there, but Greg hooked up with Marcia.
With who?
Marcia. There we go.
Met Marsha.
Yeah, it's
Marsha.
just
Marsha.
weird.
Marsha.
Which is what happened in the
Marcia.
movie. It wasn't the movie. Didn't Greg and Marsha hook up?
I didn't watch a movie.
I think so.
Then that same Greg guy said that pretty much everyone was hooking up with everyone. Cindy and Bobby made out in the doghouse. doghouse in air quotes. I don't know what that means.
Was that on the show? They had a dog, didn't they?
Maybe. Yeah. So it just says, yeah, and then Jan and Peter kind of hooked up, it says.
Wow, they just like kept it with their like
They're opposite
so
ages.
that's what one of them says,
Wow.
like everyone like paired up by age.
Well, yeah, like think about any of those shows where all those people like grew up together, like they're going through like hormonal changes, like all that. Like we were talking about, like I said, like Saved by the Bell. I'm sure like 90210. I'm sure like everybody was like banging it
that
out
was
on that
probably
show.
a shit show.
Oh my God, I forgot. 90210. What was the other one? Melrose Place?
Melrose Place, yeah. With, what was it? Heather Locklear or whatever. Wasn't she the chick on there?
Maybe.
I
she
think
was-
you're right.
I think so. But yeah, all those shows are probably just all them Disney shows.
Just fucking passing around herpes.
Well, they're doing each other. That one guy was doing them that they made the fucking show about, or was that Nickelodeon?
Oh, I think that was Nickelodeon.
Yep, same idea.
Yeah.
Same difference. Salute your shorts, whatever it is. I didn't have cable. I don't know. But what else are you looking at there?
I was just looking up Saved by the Bell hookups.
Which I think Zach and Lisa actually dated for a long time.
Zach and Jesse had something going on. So did,
Is that before she went to Showgirls?
and then Kelly and AC.
You didn't even realize he was a boxing announcer.
Yeah, that dude doesn't age though.
No.
He looks the same as he did on Saved by the Bell.
Yep, and then Lisa dated Zach
Yep.
for a while.
And I feel like she got into drugs pretty bad for a while.
According to Dustin Diamond's book, Behind the Bell, many of the cast members hooked up behind the scenes, sometimes in a rotating, incestuous web. All in quotes.
R.I.P. Screech.
I don't know how it's incestuous.
Is he dead?
They're not like related.
Yeah, he died 6-8 years ago, I think. Mm-hmm. Didn't he do like some stand-up show and go on like some like racial tirade or something like that and got canceled for a while?
Didn't Bob Saget do the same thing?
No, Bob Saget had some weird jokes
Yeah,
about the Olsen twins or something, didn't he?
Well, I think he had.
He's actually a super dirty comedian.
Yeah, I
if you
think
ever
his
listen to
thing was like he went out and started doing stand up, and it was like really dirty and raunchy, and people were like, "Oh my God, you were fooled by that." And
Yeah.
And then he was on some episodes of Entourage, kind of being the same way.
good.
Yeah. Yeah.
There we go.
All right.
Yeah, so everyone's banging everyone on these shows.
Well, put a bunch of young kids together going through hormone
Weird.
changes. We're gonna lock you guys together for 12 hours a day. Try not
Even
to
if
fuck
they're
each other.
brothers and stepsisters.
Yeah, try not to fuck each other while you're in here. A great experiment.
Each go back to your own trailers.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really have anything else. Matt's doing well.
Twice.
Yeah, I'm super covered. And Tanner cries at football movies.
I get it.
He didn't cry at Rudy though. When the dad gets excited, so that's my boy out there.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Whenever he turns the jerseys in, so Rudy can
But
play.
like, I don't know. Sports movies. Yeah, sports movies would get me.
Rudy.
I think. Yeah, I might have like teared up. And what's the U.S. hockey one?
Miracle.
Miracle
Miracle?
on Ice,
Yeah,
Yeah.
or is it just Miracle?
I think it's just
Miracle.
Miracle.
you know, like when you have those big pinnacle. Yeah, I think if you played sports or if you watch sports or like you can appreciate. You know what I mean? Like it's emotional. Or I just pop estrogen blocker.
Did you cry that same way when that what's her name that Thomas won the gold medal or took the national championship?
Leah Thomas.
Leah Thomas. Did you cry for that too?
No.
Oh. Okay.
No. Did she actually? He win?
I think did they end up stripping it or did they let him keep it?
I think did they take it away? I don't remember. But I know the year that she went up against.
I don't think he took his dick away yet, so not that committed.
Who was the other gal that was
Riley Gaines.
Riley Gaines? They tied, and they gave the actual trophy.
Oh yeah, that's so messed up.
Which what a fucking loser! You're a dude. You sucked at the dude one, and then you still got tied by a girl. Obviously, she's a great swimmer. This isn't a knock on her, but I'm like, come the fuck on. Like,
There's a difference. Like we looked.
you
up,
thought you were gonna drop to fucking. We looked at the sprinter that time, but you thought you were gonna drop down because you couldn't win the guys, and you still didn't win the girls.
Yeah, FloJo is the 7,800th fastest male time.
You are one pathetic loser.
Yeah.
All right. That's all we got then.
Nebraska going to win today?
Says they're picked by 6.5.
I think Maryland covers, but Nebraska wins.
I think it'll be a good game, actually. Pretty evenly matched game.
I don't know how evenly. I think we're a better team, but they're good at some spots we're not.
And it's in Maryland.
Better team or better athletes?
I think we have a better team, but they have 2 freshman tackles that could give our offensive tackles a problem. They like to pressure the quarterback, but they're also a throwing team, and we're the best throwing defense in the nation. They're also one of the worst rushing offenses in the nation, which will probably mean they'll rush for 200 yards today because that's usually how it works. Yeah, they won't throw the ball. They'll throw the ball for 50 yards. But people talk shit about like Nebraska and Sorsby. Sorsby's thrown for like an average of like 300 and some yards and like 12 touchdowns. He threw for almost 400 yards last week against like Kansas. Yeah, like they beat. Who'd Cincinnati just beat?
Iowa State.
Yeah, they beat Iowa State. Like, it's like Cincinnati wasn't terrible. Like, try to tell you.
I'm also still my losers pool, so for the NFL.
Are you going with Baltimore this week?
I did, and Lamar Jackson's out officially.
Okay.
Nice.
So
Which will probably made Baltimore win.
I fucked you.
I mean, that's how it works.
I know.
Like I'm sitting here with my fantasy football league, and I have like Jaden Daniels, Washington Redskins quarterback, and McLaurin, and maybe Debo might be out. And then I have Daniel Jones, and I'm like, well, everything's telling me to pick Daniel Jones because the Redskins don't have any receivers. And as soon as I do that, Daniels is going to run for like 4 touchdowns. So, but I did have the little crayon eater on Thursday night, so I got a good start.
Crayon eater.
Yeah. Scattaboo. You know he eats crayons, and they have flavor. Like, he'll tell you that they taste different. Scattaboo's a crayon eater. I mean, I love him, but he's a crayon eater.
If you've never done or heard of a losers pool, it's actually pretty fun and pretty easy. You just have to. The one I got into, it was like $35 a person, and you have to pick a loser each week, and you can't pick the same team twice.
Yep.
So it's actually really fun and pretty fucking simple to do. This is a buddy of mine got me into it, and this is the first year they're actually using an app. Before, the guy would just write it down and keep track.
And
of
it's
it.
like last man standing wins, right?
Yep. And they said they get down to like maybe 2 or 3, and then they could decide like, hey, let's just fucking like
Chop the pot.
split the money and call it good, whatever. So yeah, for next year, it's pretty fun. It's pretty simple, you know what I mean? But it makes you like, it's not as intense as fantasy, but you got to kind of, like this week's rough. Because like I think the Jets will lose to Denver, but they're playing in London, so that's why I cannot pick them because I don't know what'll happen.
Yep.
But yeah, it's fun.
And your whole day would be ruined because that game starts like at 8:30 in the morning.
Yeah. And so, and you get the crazy upsets, like the 49ers last week beating the Rams, that knocked out like a whole bunch of people. And then the Eagles getting their shit pushed in by the fucking Giants.
Or, yeah.
By the Giants.
Well, they lost to Denver and New York back to back.
And that like knocked out. So we started with 85 people, and it is week 6 in the NFL, and there are 17 left.
So it's not easy.
No, it's not easy. You got to have some.
It's simple. You're only picking one thing, but it's not
it's
easy.
less stressful, but you still got to have some strategery in there because, to me, like you don't want to use like your, what you consider like the Jets and Browns. Like you don't want to use those early if you don't have to. You want to keep those like for later on.
Well, but you only have to pick 12 teams probably because it's not going to go past 12 weeks.
No, and I've had close ones. Like I picked the Giants to lose to Dallas. It was like week 2 or 3, and it went to a field goal in overtime. The Dallas won. So, yeah, it's fun. It's a fun little thing to do if everybody wants to set one up there. One of the guys that comes in here after I told him about it, he set one up like week 2, and they started doing it. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. But, yeah, I think Nebraska will be fighting against Maryland. So, we'll see. Other than that,
all right.
Everyone's doing well.
Go team.
Go Big Red.
Third time.
You can never have enough. You can't leave well enough alone. All right, guys, we appreciate you listening. We'll see you next time.